Erev Tov and Shalom to our guests, family, friends, faculty, as well as our graduates of the 2020 Martin J. Gottlieb Day School class. So to Michal and Masha, to Lily and Jacob, to Mark, Sam, Madeline, Jacob M., to Adalia, George, to Aiden, Eliana, to Evan, and to Talia. Mazal Tov. I remember when many of you were born, and it's rather strange to watch you having reached this moment in cap and gown when just with the blink of an eye the other day, you were small, you were babies. It is the miracle of time and what happens in the blink of an eye. No one could have envisioned a few months ago that we'd be having a virtual graduation. Sometimes life holds surprises. But through this difficult period, all of you have shown a capacity for resilience and perseverance, for adapting and being strong. This will pass, and when it does, all of the benefits of this experience of learning about your own ability to cope and to transcend will stand you in good stead. In difficult moments, people who pray for courage, for strength, and for the gratitude to always remember what they have and the gifts that are theirs rather than the things that they don't have, well, those prayers are often answered. We discover that we possess more strength, more courage, and more gratitude than we ever knew that we could possibly have. One of my favorite sayings in the world is that of Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, a great storyteller, a wonderful teacher, who said more than 200 years ago, Im ata ma'amin she'echolin lekalkel, ta'amin she'echolin letaken. If you believe something can get broken, believe also that it can be fixed. And so today, we send you out into the world as repairmen and repairwomen, letaken olam malchut Shaddai, to help fix and repair this world so that it may be worthy of God's sovereignty. The tools that you have in your kit are the ones that you've received from our faculty, from the Torah that you've studied, the gift of chesed, the gift of remembering every person is created b'demut Tselem Elohim, in God's image, the gift of Torah and of knowing that you are a part of an ancient people who have given so much to this world. This is my prayer for you, that on this day, as you cross the threshold between here and there, wherever there may be, between now and someday, between the present and future, I pray that all the gifts hidden deep inside you find their way into the world. May all the kindnesses of which I know you are capable be expressed in your deeds. May your learning lead you to wisdom and your efforts to success. May you always hold your head up proudly as a member of Am Yisrael, the Jewish people whose Torah and whose future you now hold in your hands. May our tradition's teachings guide, comfort, and reassure you. May God bless your bodies with health and your souls with joy. May your Creator watch over you night and day and protect you from harm. Whenever we finish reading from a book of Torah, we chant the phrase, Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek. May what we've just read make us stronger, and may we strengthen each other. And so to each of you, I say, Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek. May you find strength in each other, in yourselves, and in God's Torah. And now, I am pleased to present the graduates of the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School.
My name is Evan Wolpoff. Next year, I will be attending the Bowl School for high school. The theme of our graduation is When Life Gives You Lemons. I thought about this for a while and realized that thankfully, life has given me very few lemons. I sense most of us have only had a few lemons in our life. I look back at what's going on in the world even before COVID-19, and I realize how privileged we are. We've always had a meal on our table, we've always had clothes to put on. Right now, there are people who don't know how they're going to learn because they can't afford a device, how they can eat without their parents making money. We didn't even need to think about how we were going to participate in school or how we would eat. Things have always been easy for us, and fortunately, most of us have not had to struggle for anything. We've had a good education here at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School. We have teachers that care for us, and classmates who look out for each other. Most of us have been together since preschool, and that has made our experience even more special. We've always had the tools to make lemonade, but we have never had to use them. I know in the future that life will bring us more lemons, because if everything came easy to us, then we're not really living. We've learned a lot from this school, but I think the most important thing is how to solve problems and deal with unexpected challenges. We know how to make lemonade, and that's the most important skill anyone can have. From the words of Oscar Wilde, behind every exquisite thing that existed, there was something tragic. The world is full of tragedy, full of lemons. The exquisite thing that Wilde mentions are the lemonade. We cannot live without pain, but with the skills that we have learned here at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, we can push through the pain. I appreciate what I have learned and how I have grown at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, and I am thankful to enter my next chapter with a strong sense of vision and understanding.
Hi, I'm Eliana. I started attending the schools at the Jacksonville Jewish Center when I was 4 years old. Next year, I will be attending Creekside High School. I've been here for almost as long as I can remember, and it surprises me how much the school has changed in the amount of time I've been here. Each year, the school board did something new to change the school for the better, whether it was painting the walls, moving classes, remodeling bathrooms, etc. It has made me realize that when I think of the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, I don't only think of things like school. I think of a community of amazing people. The name of our school also means a lot. I think about how our school used to be called the Solomon Schechter Day School, and then it was changed. It became the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, a Solomon Schechter school. Solomon Schechter was a Jewish scholar, a rabbi, and a teacher. Martin Gottlieb was a son and a father. He served our country and actively supported our synagogue, in addition to being a graduate of our school. What better role models for the students of the day school than the men who are behind these two names? Our school has two names, just like I do. I was born with the name Eliana Michelle. My great-grandma's name was Esther Malka, and just like her, my initials are EM. When I was in first grade, I had a naming and got a Hebrew name, Esther. When life gives you lemons and you have to stay home, you have time to think a lot. During the time at home, I've had the chance to be thinking a lot about my name. I have two names, Eliana and Esther, but these names represent me in different ways. The name Eliana means God answered. My parents wanted a baby and they got me. They chose my name because they wanted to name me after my great-grandma. They chose this as my English name to keep her initials, but at the same time to reflect how grateful they were that they had continued to have faith in God. Through my years at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, I have learned many different things about prayer and about God. I have learned to have faith in God and take great pride in my Jewish roots and beliefs. My Hebrew name is Esther, after my great-grandma. While I never met her, I've heard many stories about her and know that she was an amazing person. I am very grateful that I am named after her. Esther in the Megillah was often quiet and kept her thoughts to herself, but when it became important for the survival of the Jewish people, she conquered her fears and bravely spoke up. I relate a lot to Esther because sometimes I tend to keep my thoughts and feelings to myself. But when I see something is wrong, I feel an obligation to speak up and make things right. Just like the two names of our school represent what the school stands for, important role models from different generations, my two names represent the different sides of me. They stand for me, the young woman who, with her education here, has developed a deep faith in God and a commitment to speak up for what's right.
It's the friends we meet along the way that help us appreciate the journey. This quote definitely applies to our class. Some of us have been together since we were little, and some of us have met this year, but 8th grade was definitely a journey and we've all been on it together. My name is Madeline Milrod, and next year I will be attending the ACE program at Mandarin High School. I have been at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School since I was 3, and I have made bonds with my classmates that I know will last a lifetime. Since I've been at the school for over 10 years, I remember a lot of people coming and going, even up until this year. Being in such a small school, you make very strong connections. It's really special to be in such a close-knit class because while there aren't as many people, you're able to become closer with everyone quickly. New students joined us this year, but they fit right in and it feels like we've all been together forever. That's one of the things I love about this school. It's very welcoming and it feels like my second home. Whenever we would hear that a new person would be joining our class, we would all be super excited and we couldn't wait to make them feel at home. We've made a lot of memories from Shooby-Dooby Shabbats in preschool to retreats and mitzvah trips in middle school. I've loved all the long bus rides and volunteering at various places with my classmates. Our class always has fun together, even though we can be a bit too loud at times. It's been hard not being able to see each other for these past couple months before going off to high school, where many of us will be going to different schools. This pandemic has been difficult for the whole world and provided a lot of challenges, but it's especially sad that we had our last day of school together without even knowing it. So many events this year had to be canceled, such as our 8th grade New York trip and in-person graduation. Even though this has been disappointing, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School has taught me to always make the best of a situation and to be grateful. I hope that when this is all over, we can get back together as a class again. I will always cherish the memories I have made here at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School.
Good evening, and hello to all of my friends and family that are here today. I would like to share a quote that applies to our lives at the current moment. If I am to meet with the disappointment, the sooner I know it, the more of life I shall have to wear it out. Thomas Jefferson. My name is Jacob Gross, and next year I will be attending the ACE program at Mandarin High School. This year we have had a lot of disappointments, such as the New York trip getting canceled and not being able to have our graduation in person. Even though we are all excited about these things, there are more important things such as our health and safety, which we should be thankful for. There are people on the front lines who are risking their lives and helping us right now. For example, doctors and nurses tending to thousands of patients with this deadly disease, and the store workers who are helping us get all of our essential needs. We needed to look at the situation in a positive way and not dwell on the bad. Having all of this time to reflect has given me the time to remember all of the great memories we've had together in school. Over the years at MJGDS, I have had a lot of memorable experiences. All the field trips that we went on were always very great, but specifically, I remember one where we went to Sally Robotics downtown, and it was awesome. We got to see all of the cool things that they were making. In middle school, we also had our annual retreat with all 3 grades of middle school. We would bond together outside of school and experience exciting activities together that we wouldn't normally do in a school environment. All of the mitzvah trips that we had done throughout my years in the middle school have been great experiences. My favorite mitzvah trip was Thanksgiving deliveries. This was my favorite because Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and it made me feel good knowing that people who couldn't afford to have Thanksgiving get to celebrate. Another mitzvah trip I appreciated was Shabbat in a bag. For this mitzvah, we had put all of the Shabbat essentials in a bag so people we would deliver to could have a nice Shabbat. Now I'd like to do some thank yous. Thank you to my teachers, because not only have I learned all about academics, but I have also learned important life lessons. I would also like to thank my Jewish studies teachers for helping me grow closer to my Jewish religion. I really enjoyed being with all of my friends all day, every day. It made my school experience very fun. Without all of my friends, I wouldn't have enjoyed my time nearly as much. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family. I would like to thank my sisters for being my best friends. I would also like to thank my parents and grandparents for everything they have done for me and putting me in a position to succeed. I love you guys so much.
Hi, my name is Talia Zagagi, and next year I will be attending Wilson High School. Anyone who knows me can tell you that I love to read, and when life gives you lemons, or a quarantine, you have a lot more time to read. Reading is interesting. It exposes me to different things, and to be honest, it's a great escape from other, more annoying things in life. I will read anything, but my favorite genres are adventure and historical fiction. I feel like I learn so much about the world and how we got where we are when I read historical fiction. Another thing that's great about reading is that it allows me to expand my vocabulary. Many people have told me that I speak like an old college professor because of the word bank I've absorbed from all my reading. Believe it or not, when I run into a word that I don't recognize, I stop and look it up. It sounds tedious, but actually it makes the whole experience that much more satisfying. Don't give me too much credit though. I may know how to spell those complex words, but I still get stuck on some of the more simple ones. Reading also allows me to connect with people. In fact, most of my out-of-school friends are people whom I have connected with through reading. I meet fellow readers at camp, and it helps me make connections with them. There are only two downsides to my love of reading. One is, let's face it, who wants to do homework when they are right at the exciting part of their book? I have had to learn to develop study skills so that I get to read and complete schoolwork and household chores. The other issue is that sometimes I am so immersed in my book that I forget to talk to people around me. I am fortunate to have really good friends here at school and outside of school who remind me to put my book away and be with them. I've been a student at the Galinsky Academy since I was 1.5 years old. One of my favorite things when moving into a new class was seeing the classroom library. Even before I checked out the books, just seeing them there made me feel at home. Every teacher I've ever had has emphasized the importance of reading. As a Jewish day school, we have learned to embrace our title as the people of the book. I am certainly proud of my heritage as a member of the Jewish people, and I am proud to be a person of the books.
You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Hi, my name is George Setzer, and next year I'll be attending the IB program at Wolfson High School. Fellow 8th graders, as we go on, we remember all the times we spent together. As our lives change from this point, we will still be friends forever. This year has been a crazy year, with the coronavirus ruining many things, one of which was this graduation in real life, and not on a screen. But what I've learned from being at this school and this environment is that we can always look for the silver lining, even in situations like this one. For example, I have connected better with my family and neighbors by spending more time with them since we're all stuck at home. I got to play with my neighbors. Maybe it was 6 feet apart, but I still had time to spend with them. My family and I got to watch a ton of movies together, and we had a great bonding time. Being in school has taught me so much and has shaped me into the person I am today. It has reinforced the examples my parents and grandparents have set for me and helped develop my own thoughts about being helpful in my community and putting forth your best effort into everything. One of the most important lessons I have learned is the importance of being true to myself. It is not always easy to resist joining with my friends if they are doing something I don't like or want to do. I have learned, though, that if I'm consistent and always treat people the way I believe they should be treated, my friends respect me for it. My teachers have been an amazing help through my school years and have gone over the top to help me through certain projects and assignments. I'm going to miss their kindness and sweetness as I head off to high school. In this lockdown, the coronavirus has thrown many sour lemons at me, but I have tried to make the sweetest lemonade out of them. One of the greatest gifts I have to give is my smile. Someone once said, "Don't let the world change your smile, change the world with your smile." I feel that a smile brightens people's day. If I can do that for them, they hopefully can pay it forward to someone else. In this way, we can make the world a happier, better place. Thank you all for sharing my smile in this special moment with our class.
Hi, I'm Aiden Smolensky, and next year I will be attending Wolfson High School. In Pirkei Avot, Ethics of Our Fathers, it says, "Acquire yourself a friend." For some people, finding friends or making them can be a challenging and nerve-wracking experience. Before this school year started, I didn't know what to expect. I knew that I was going to be starting at Martin J. Gottlieb in 8th grade, where most of the students had known each other since preschool. I had known that I missed years of inside jokes, experiences, and friendship. I was bracing for the worst, worried that it would be hard for me to make some really good friends. But by the first week of school, everyone had really welcomed me in as part of the class. I realized after that I never had a reason to be concerned in the first place. Some of the best memories I have are from this past school year, and I'm so happy I was able to make them with all of you. It felt like everyone had embraced me, and I felt part of the Martin J. Gottlieb family right away. It didn't take very long for the term classmates to become the term friends. It's been great having people to hang out with inside and outside of school, and to always be there to talk. I'm so privileged to be able to call all of my peers good friends of mine. You've all been there for me when I needed it, and I feel so grateful that I was able to become so close with everyone. Friendship is something that I really cherish and hold on tight to, because friends are the people who stay with you even if distance or hardships come between you. They understand and can relate to you, and you know you can tell them anything and they will listen. And even though all of us are going our separate ways next year, I know that I can still count on everyone and know you will be there if I need you. I have learned that this year, because when life gives me lemons in the form of coronavirus, I got even closer to these friends. It has been so amazing getting to know everyone at Martin J. Gottlieb, kids, teachers, and staff over the course of this past year. I've met some truly incredible people, and I wouldn't know what to do without. Everyone has been so supportive and helpful with everything, getting adjusted in a new school, making sure the work was okay, and checking up on me regularly to see if I was doing well. The memories, friends, and experiences I created this past year are always going to be remembered and treasured. From sitting in class and talking to leaving school for mitzvah trips. I enjoyed it all. I really want to thank all my teachers for making this year so incredible and always being there to help me when I needed it. And a thank you to the friends I made this year for being some of the most amazing people I know and always being there for me. If I learned one thing this past year, it was that the friends you make are the ones you need to keep close by.
When life throws challenges your way, it can often be easy to feel overwhelmed and defeated. When you're surrounded by amazing and supportive people, however, you can just easily turn these life challenges into opportunities for positive growth. My name is Mark Broombaum, and next year I'll be attending Ponte Vedra High for high school. Although I came into the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School as a 7th grader, I had previously studied in a Jewish school in Connecticut for my entire life. Since I was 3 years old, my parents have made tremendous sacrifices to give me a Jewish education and to instill in me strong Jewish values. This has always been their dream for me and my siblings, even before I was born. When my family moved to this area last year, I was faced with several new challenges they had never experienced. For the first time since I was 3 years old, I was studying in a new city, in a different building, with new teachers, hard classes, and among students who had known each other for their entire lives. I quickly learned, though, how fortunate I was to have wonderful new friends and teachers who helped me get used to all of the work. In addition to my amazing parents who continue to support me at every step of the way. My experiences remind me every day how lucky I was to have such a wonderful family, friends, and teachers in my life who all cared about me and want what is best for me. They have all made amazing sacrifices to give me a good education and to make my transition to the school seem seamless. What could have been a scary experience for me turned out to instead to be an amazing opportunity to grow and excel. Moving to a new school as a 7th grader wasn't easy, but it helped me to get ready for high school next year because I already know the ins and outs of going to the different school, and I'm ready for the challenges that are coming up ahead. The work in the school has been challenging, but has also given me several great new experiences. The mitzvah trips are great. I got to shop for and deliver food to families in need, visit seniors, mentor preschoolers, and work with children with disabilities. Last year, I went on a retreat where we ate in kosher restaurants, volunteered to work with children with terminal illnesses, rode on a zip line, and conquered an escape room. These are all experiences that open my eyes to all the things that I can do to observe Jewish life and make a difference in the world around me. Besides my amazing parents, teachers, and friends, I would also like to thank my siblings David, Zachary, Hannah, and the rest of my family for their amazing love and support.
My name is Lily Davis. Next year, I will be attending the ACE program at Mandarin High School. I've been a student at both the Dubo Preschool and Martin J. Gottlieb Day School for 13 years. During my many years at school, I have learned numerous valuable life lessons about how to stay positive, help others, try my best, and most of all, be a leader. Ever since I was in preschool participating in Shubi-Dubi Shabbat, I remember being overjoyed when it was my turn to be an Ima. My teachers over the years have taught me to utilize and sometimes lower my voice. I have especially enjoyed spending my time performing mitzvot every Friday. The mitzvah program is a unique experience that I am so grateful to have been a part of. Once a week, the middle school goes out and performs a mitzvah that assists those in our community who are in need. One particular mitzvah trip that I enjoyed was volunteering at Give Kids the World Village near Orlando. Give Kids the World Village is an 84-acre nonprofit resort in Central Florida that provides week-long, cost-free vacations to children with critical illnesses and their families. I love spending time with the children and their families there, and I feel so lucky to have volunteered there 2 times. Experiences like these have made me feel so fortunate to be able to help those who need it. I would like to give a huge thank you to all of my teachers who have helped me grow as a learner, and to all of my friends who have made me laugh, cheered me up, and supported me. The lessons and skills I have learned from all of my teachers will stay with me. One of these lessons is to stay positive and focus on the good in every situation. This skill has helped me focus on my learning while still staying happy in these hard times. Again, thank you so much for all you have done.
Hi, my name is Adalia, and next year I'll be attending Tour Academy for high school. I joined the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School in 8th grade, which you might think would be very hard doing, joining a class of students who have known each other their whole life. However, I found that the students and the teachers were very welcoming starting with my very first day. I decided to join the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School because I found that the community was so kind and loving, but also it seemed like a great school academically and physically. I didn't know any of the teachers, students, and so forth, but gradually everything became normal and I began to feel part of a tight-knit family here at the center. It took me no time to learn my way around and find comfort with the teachers and students. The teachers were all extremely understanding, helpful, and kind. Now to my fellow comrades. I had such a fun year with you guys, even though it was cut short due to the coronavirus. One special memory that I will never forget is when Ellie, Talia, Mosh, and I dressed up as different kinds of soda for the Purim party, and we won. Overall, it has been a great experience at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, and it will always have a special place in my heart. I feel that I have grown this year in so many ways. I feel that I can handle unexpected challenges, adjust to new situations, and be an independent thinker. The Martin J. Gottlieb Day School has helped me to prepare for my next journey in high school, and I owe a big thank you to all my teachers and my classmates.
As you may know, the theme for our graduation is, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Well, right now, life has given us a lime. We've never had a lime, we've never lived through a pandemic, it's all new to us. My name is Sam Kaplan, and I will be attending Wolfson High School. Sadly, today marks the end of my time at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School. I've been at this school for 8 years, and I wouldn't want to be at any other school with any other class. I think the main thing that made this class so special is how close we all are. It feels like we never run out of things to talk about. Now, the reason I say are and not were is because while our time as a class is over, our time as a friend group is definitely not. Another reason this school is so special is because the teachers make finding your Jewish identity really easy. If I had been at any other school, religious or not, I don't think I would have as much of a personal view of Judaism as I do today. The teachers really made it easy to have your own personal view on Judaism, views of God, the Torah, and Jewish law. Another thing about the teachers that I really admire is that they're always willing to listen to you, whether it's on the topic of school or anything outside of school. It never felt like they were your teachers. It always felt like they were your friends. Whether you were stressed out or as happy as you could be, they were always there for you. Thank you for that. Speaking of saying thank you, I want to thank my family, specifically the two most important people in my life, my parents. Not only have they somehow put up with me for 14 years, but they've helped me along every single step of the way. I love you guys, and thank you. I love you more than anything. I also want to thank my brothers, Levi and Matthew, for being the best two brothers I could ask for. No matter how many times I will annoy you guys, I love you two so much. I also want to thank my classmates. Thank you for always making me laugh, being there for me when I'm down, and just being the best group of friends I could ever ask for. As I said earlier, this may be the end of our time as a class, but I can confidently say this isn't the end of our time as friends. Thank you.
When life gives you lemons, you try to make the best of it. Truthfully, I had a pretty big lemon in the form of a brain tumor in my life. Some people would have become pretty bitter as a result. I chose to make lemonade instead. My name is Michal Babajanov, and the next year I will be attending Torah Academy for high school. To be honest, for many people, for many years, I thought I would never like school, be smart, or make good friends. Well, my view changed after I started 7th grade here at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, because it felt like I could be nowhere me there. I know that I don't always respond like other kids do. Sometimes I laugh when others expect me to cry. Other times I give really serious answers to what others think are jokes. But here at this school, the teachers listened to me when I needed them to, and the staff became my friends. They were all nice and funny. They appreciated me for who I am and helped my classmates do the same. I loved the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School not only because of its staff and teachers, but also because of my classmates. They make me laugh like a crazy person, smile like a Cheshire cat, and so much more. My only regret is the wish to have met all of them sooner rather than later. As a student at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School, I was able to have experiences that I never imagined I would have. After my brain tumor was removed, it was a long recovery, and there were many activities I didn't know I would ever be able to do, because the staff here in Martin J. Gottlieb Day School was so amazing. My parents allowed me to go on a retreat, me away from home, out of town, with my friends. I never thought that would be able, to happen. I never thought I would be able to go on a zip line. But with the encouragement of my friends, I did it. You might ask, if she has such a hard time, why does she smile so much? The answer is simple. Life can be hard, but not every single day. I know that Hashem has blessed me. I have loving parents, an older sister, a school that has helped me grow confident, and I am proud of myself. I smile because I can.
I have been going to the Galinsky Academy since I was 2.5 years old. I learned how to speak Hebrew, read the Torah, and learn about the mitzvot. I have also learned a lot about math, science, history, and language arts. Well, math, science, history are important subjects to learn. For my family, the Hebrew, Torah, and the mitzvot are the reasons that I've been going to school all these years. My mother, uncles, and cousins have graduated from the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School. I continue that tradition, and my younger brothers are following me. For me, the connections to Jewish life, customs, and the tradition are an important part of what makes this school really special. Tomorrow night, we will begin celebrating the holiday of Shavuot. On Shavuot, we will read the Aseret HaDibrot, the Ten Commandments. My Papa Eddie, of blessed memory, believed that every single Jewish child should memorize and live by the Ten Commandments. In fact, he had me start learning the Ten Commandments as soon as I could talk. For me, the mitzvah of remembering and honoring the Shabbat is probably the most important one. And when life gives you lemons, we can still observe the Shabbat. My family still gets together online to bring in the Shabbat with Kiddush and Motzi. We still have Shabbat dinner, even though we can't meet everyone else. We have a special tradition during these times, and we have been eating Shabbat dinner outside. It is really nice, and maybe when this quarantine is over, you'll still be able to do it. Of the many lessons I've learned in school, one of the most important is how to be a better person and how to follow the teachings of Hillel, who said, to love your neighbor as myself. Most of my classmates and I have been together since we were really young. We have learned how to unite despite our differences. For example, whenever someone new came into our class, we would welcome them. We would welcome them as our classmates. I am thankful for all my teachers. Every teacher I have had has wanted to help me learn and become a stronger person. I am really sad to say goodbye to this school because the people that make up this school have influenced the person I am today. I will always remember the Ten Commandments and my Jewish heritage. Everything I do, and always try to do my best while treating my neighbor with kindness and respect.
When life gives you lemons, you find your voice.
My name is Masha Bisberg, and next year I will be attending Douglas Anderson for high school. I grew up being extremely shy. I would only talk to my very close family and a little bit in school. Even to this day, when I meet new relatives or other adults, I stay in my room, stand behind my parents, or just look down at the ground and not talk. It's just easier sometimes to not say anything and stay quiet. For me, an escape from everything is drawing. This way, it is easier to be able to freely express myself without needing to talk. When I draw, it's kind of an escape from the real world. I adore art in school because I hate silence, even though I am often silent. When drawing in school, it gives me the opportunity to just listen and focus on what is in front of me instead of needing to keep up a conversation. Somewhere along the way, I realized that while silence is golden, it's not always for the best. As I've grown, I have become closer with my classmates and teachers. While I don't often stand up for myself, I have learned that it's not healthy to always be silent. Sometimes you have to speak up for yourself and what matters to you. You can't always depend on others to do it for you. One of the lessons I have learned at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School is that it is important to stand up for others. I have found that it may be hard to speak for yourself, but I can use my voice to support others. When life gave me lemons, I had time to discover I have two strengths, and they are both important parts of me. I am able to stand up for others and myself. Sometimes I am able to be silent and express myself through art. Other times words are more powerful. And sometimes the combination of the two is the perfect way of expressing my thoughts and what's important to me. I hope that as I continue to study art next year at Douglas Anderson School of the Arts, I will always remember the lessons learned here at the Martin J. Gottlieb Day School about the importance of using my voice and our talents to express ourselves, our relationship with God, and to stand up to support others.